In my spare time, I have joined a local COVID-19 mutual aid group. I live in Merton, which is a borough in southwest London, so I've joined the Merton mutual aid group. I found out about the group because it was before people had gone into lockdown, but when a lot of people were already starting to self-isolate. I was going to the supermarket and really troubled by the fact that there weren't many things there for a lot of people to buy, and could see that a lot of people who were vulnerable, including but not only elderly people and people with a variety of disabilities, people who had life circumstances that meant that they were going to struggle to get what they needed or to get the sort of support that they needed. So I was thinking, oh, we could set up a group, but actually, luckily, when I looked into that, I found that there already was one. So there was no point in setting up a new one when there already was one. But it had actually been set up the day that I looked into it. So it was on a Sunday. There were a handful of people who had just joined within like an hour of it being set up. And within 3 days, over 1,200 people had joined that local group just in one borough in London. And I saw that there were other mutual aid groups across all over London, but not only London, all across lots and lots of different local areas. These are mutual aid groups. So whilst at the moment I'm in a position where I can be offering some support to people, I may end up in a position where I need that support. And there may be times when I can offer and need it, and that's the same with a lot of members. So that's been actually really, really empowering, and to me really embeds and shows peer support, but in a wider way that's not only inapplicable to mental health services, but actually whole communities. I'm really, really careful about not trying to put a silver lining on the current situation, because people are dying and people are in really, really troubling times, and it's having a huge impact on people. But I would say that I've never felt more connected to my local community as I am now. I didn't really know many people in my area, and now I do. And that's actually given me a huge amount of hope, and I think has been something that's really, really kept me going. I think this would have been a much more difficult and painful time for me if I hadn't have known that existed. So that's a huge thing, and a lot of people have said very similar